And God, I'm here again with another video, and today we are going to be looking at the Dark Seal brackets. And guys, let me be completely honest, I honestly feel like I do such a half-ass job when doing these videos, okay, when doing these review videos, these bracket reviews, but you guys always love them, I guess. So I'll still do it if you guys love it, but I feel like my explanations are not always the best. That being said, I'm also not sure if I will have my PC hooked up today. I will try to have like a temporary desk thing. I just moved in to the new place, so it's kind of a hard situation for me. So do work with me here, guys, and hopefully there is no background audio. I'm recording off my phone right now, okay? Alright, and we're going to start off in B1, which is Battlefield 1. Going to be our bracket. Honestly, I'm not even sure how this would go, since, like, I honestly don't know how much we're going to fight, right? I feel that Dark Seal, for some regions more than others, maybe they're more willing to fight, whereas some regions are less willing. Like, I would be less willing to, let's say, field fight in Dark Seal. The most I'd be willing to do is hit some bases for some easy kills, because, guys, I'm like a vulture trying to scavenge for the easy things, like get some easy picks. But honestly, I would probably go for easy kills, but otherwise, I don't really see myself exerting like a ton of effort over Dark Seal, trying to defend a metro that we'd only lose for 2 days. And I mean, for some people it's like a big deal, but I don't see it being a big deal. Like, top commander would be over, you're literally losing it for 2 days. I don't know, man. Like, I guess for the buffs that would kind of suck. But I don't know. Here, I don't really see it being worth it to overexert in this event. Like I said, I think it's worth maybe the 85% returns to have a bunch of deads, but going through all the healing bills and stuff just feels like pointless. It feels pointless. All right, that being said, I think that this would be a 2v1, obviously, against 16. I don't think we'd, be able to break for their metro. I don't think it's worth breaking for their metro. I don't think it's even worth holding their metro if we could go for the metro. I mean, like, the most I could see is maybe, like, playing a defensive game, because that's really the best here, right? I don't know. I think the best thing for, like, B1 would be every team going defensive mode and maybe just going for easy kills on players, having their top dog just swarming down players for easy kills, doing the little zero trick to get around, the shield popping and all that. But I don't know. I honestly, like, don't see B1 being very eventful other than, like, bases getting hit, but maybe I'll be surprised. I don't know. Okay, B2, I think it'd be 9 and 10 versus 15. 15 obviously has some qualms, with like ANCS, I think, or at least I know SOAP, I think it is, and stuff, and then that's gonna obviously probably have 15 pitted against 10, and then 9 has people, friends in 10, so whatever, you're probably gonna see like a 2v1. I think 15 is gonna get just beat down on, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I mean, honestly, I'm not really sure. I don't know how big of fighters these other alliances in 15 are, but I mean, it's possible they could hold their metro if they do a really good job at just working their whales together. That's honestly hard to say, because I don't know how good 15 are as a defensive group, as fighters, as a united front, if all their big players combined. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. But yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting. I'm kind of looking forward a little bit to see 15, like how they defend and stuff. Sorry, almost dropped my phone. B3, I'm not sure how long I'll go, by the way, guys. It's like freaking burning where I'm at. So there's 13, 18, and 19. So 18 are where my, homeboys, freaking AC18 are. These guys are beasts, okay? I love them. They are precious to me. But AC18 are there. They are honestly big fighters. I think 13 is in a bad spot, with just lack of whale power. I don't think there's, enough whales here, only a few. And that's just... it's far from enough, right? Like, you're not gonna see much. I don't see them being able to do much, but just a few whales. That's the issue. And when you have many T6 players from 18 and even 19, I saw 19 was there. Region 19 also strong. They have a pretty big whale alliance. I'm not sure about the rest of the region. I mostly know about Too Hot. I haven't really looked at TBF, for example, the Blood Fist. Was thinking of just stopping at B5 and saving myself the ramble time, but I was looking and I was like, dude, B6 is going to be a little interesting, so I had to go through this. I think that Region 39 is just rough here, right? Like they don't have many whales, and I just checked it out. It's just rough, man. And I feel that they be just cows to slaughter, right? I don't know, man, or sheep to slaughter. I don't know why I said cows. It's not even the freaking phrase. But yeah, 39 is in a rough spot. I mean, 26 obviously has BTW. 12 has a Fox Federation, and Fox is a really good group if they combine themselves. I know that there have been some internal drama and stuff, but I still feel that these guys are smart enough to unite and just put aside all their, qualms and stuff. So I do think that these guys will be able to defend their metro just fine. I think that the winner of this would be, obviously that depends if, 12 and 26 don't ally, but I think the winner would be really who's able to get the most kills out of Region 39 and try to hit these guys. And honestly, for 39, the second I saw this matchup, I would have recommended my members to just pour it out because, you have these you have a few whales here, right? You have a few strong whales, but it's just not comparable to a region like 26 or even 12 with alliances of just monsters. These, like, region 12 is just beastly, right? Because I don't know. I obviously don't have like 12 billion alliances or anything, but they have a lot of balanced players between all their alliances. I think this alliance here, freaking Fox 1, like nearly 9 billion alone. Got a ton of whales there. You got, obviously this Fox, normal Fox. Fox O, you got some whales here. It's just like, what do you do, and as long as they're willing to fight, they're able to put up some good numbers. Obviously, there's also 26, and 26 will be, I think 20. It's so hard because I feel that although 26 is very strong, if you combine Region 12 as a whole, and I think that the main I feel like the main attraction of 26 would be BTW, right? And I know it's kind of rude to take away from these other alliances, but you really look at, BTW, and that is 26 here. Like, that is the big fighting force. These guys are the monsters. And obviously, they're still strong, but even then, like, you look at 12, and it's not like 12 doesn't have an alliance that is as big as BTW, right? Like 12 still has an alliance as strong as BTW, and then they have all these other alliances. And the thing is, I think BTW are still like probably bigger fighters, if you asked me. I think, yeah. So Fox 1 is as strong as BTW, and then you have these other big alliances, obviously both like 6 billish. And I don't know, man. And they're pretty good fighters as well, honestly. I saw them working together, pretty good synergy last Dark Seal. Obviously, it can be improved. But I don't know. I think that 12 are the bigger dogs here, if you had to ask me overall. I know it says like their combat might in 26 is bigger, but I feel like 12 as a whole, if they're united, will be the strong dogs here, as long as they're able to put up a pretty good fight. 26 are still some monsters. I will never take that away from them. And 39 are just the unlucky saps. All right. So now we are looking at B7. I do not know. The only region I know here are region 42, and that's because of 42 MP. I don't know region 28. I don't know region 55. Yeah, 28. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know these guys. I haven't looked at these guys, and just looking at it now, it already looks like a rough spot. Just looking at the alliances, even if they have some whales, which it doesn't even look like it's like a big spender region, this is just rough. This is outrageous, and you already know who's going to dominate there, right? I feel like 42 MP are definitely dominating there. 42 MP are some warriors. They've gotten a lot of combat experience in, of course, top brackets, which already gives them a pretty big advantage when you really think about it, because they just have that experience. Even if they've been put into really bad brackets and stuff, they just have a lot more experience, and they do have a pretty good whale base as well. And they are also, I mean, obviously 28 is older, but 42 MP, still old enough to have pretty good heroes here. And these guys are some pretty good monsters. They got a pretty good few whales, definitely. And I mean, they're fighters, so I feel that 42 MP are definitely, I keep saying 42 MP. I know the region 42 as a whole. Guys, I do this a lot. If I know one alliance from a region, I'm going to refer to them as that alliance, okay? But obviously, region 42, they probably have some good other fighters as well. But I think that 42 is in a good spot in this bracket. Probably the big dogs. Obviously, their combat strength kind of shows that as well, just being above the rest. So next, we are looking at B8, and we have fine here. We have 22, we have 27. I said fine. Guys, you know I do that, right? Fine, aka Region 8. Obviously, there are other alliances here. There's Nut, and then there's, I don't even know, LNSG. I've never even heard of these guys, I'm not going to lie. But they are pretty big boys. Fine are pretty strong. I think, what, like, yeah, near 7 billion. Let me give a series a little kiss real quick. Oh, look at this. Look at this freaking fine apple. All right, but that being said, guys, I don't know. I think that fine already, just looking at them, you know, because I love fine and I'm biased, I think that those guys are already set up good. 22 and 27, you also got to consider, you know, besides the fact that fine is already at a combat power advantage, you also got to consider Region 22 and Region 27 are much younger. I wouldn't say much younger, but obviously they are younger in general, and that just means that they're not going to have as good of heroes. It looks like Lost isn't even around their metro, meaning that they might just be giving it up. I don't know if they're just saying, all right, we're giving it up. I feel like Lost could put up a pretty good fight, though. I've seen a lot from Lost, and I don't know if they're going to pour in. I mean, there's still people out here. They're not like huddled around their metro, though, and that kind of, I mean, obviously it's not a reset that you know the Metro fight happens, but it's just weird. I don't know why they're not kind of closer to Metro. There's not more clutter around, but yeah, I feel that 22 probably in a good spot there. 27, I'm not even gonna lie, this is one region I don't hear a lot about, or I've not heard a lot about. Looks like they might have some fighters here though, so could be good. But the thing is, they're just whale lacking. I feel that they're whale lacking already just from looking at this top alliance. You don't see any other alliances around Metro. This is the same situation with like Region 3, for example, or that other like Region 11, where you don't have all these alliances around Metro to kind of fill in the gaps. I don't know, maybe Region 3 still didn't change that. But I don't know, man. I think that Region 27 is definitely going to be at the bad end of the stake, and maybe even lost if they don't get around Metro. I don't know what they're doing, you know. Region 22, you gotta do it, guys, okay? B9, all right. So there's 7 here, and there's 20 as well as 2. So I don't know. So this bracket is much smaller. I think 2 obviously has the bigger player base, like strength wise. But then again, it's kind of the same like 11, where they had destroyed towers, but you don't have people. You don't have people building in here. You don't have people porting in here, and it's gonna give people free specific relocators. This region isn't united either, so it's like, what are you gonna do? Because only Doom is willing to fight for it. So it's already like kind of a lost cause region wise, and even if, you know, even if the region might is like 1.6 billion, a huge portion of that isn't willing to fight, so that's pretty bad. I mean, Region 7, I feel, I know about these guys, but it's also like I don't know enough, you know, if they're fighters. I feel like this is one of those regions that's very quiet, of an older region. I mean, you have Nolad here. These guys are experienced fighters, to be completely fair. I definitely know, like, and there's Duff as well at 6 billion. I mean, if these two alliances are united, this region's united, I feel that 7 might be the big guys here, right? And I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm saying a lot of I don't know, but I don't know, okay? And then there's Region 20. I think that Region 7 is probably, like, really set here, and I hear that Region 2 and 7 are kind of tag teaming, and this might also be because of a lot of past agreements between Doom as well as I think Prime, actually, and there was an alliance with Vin as well in that, and that kind of set up, I guess, a friendly relationship, and maybe that's why 7 and 2 are kind of allying together. But X-War, you got X-War and you got the War family over here. I'm not sure, because it's really going to depend on how much they're able to coordinate together, but I feel they just don't. You know, they're obviously like 7 and 2 are much older. They have way more like 100 mil players, way more people who have tier 6 and are able to put up numbers. Even if these guys are fighters, it's going to be hard. You know, it's really going to be hard, and you're going to have some people just overworking on the field. I think that 20 is at a loss here, and they're going to be fighting with their backs against the wall. And I'm going to stop at G10, by the way, guys, because I don't want to keep going, and I'm just talking my butt off. So this is definitely more balanced region age-wise. You got Region 30 here, you got Region 33, and you got Region 34. And I don't know a single one of these regions, okay? So we're going to look. Okay, Win, I know about Win. I hear they're pretty good fighters from everything I've heard. You know, you got Meteor here, Ralph, you got Hecky. I don't even know, man. I from what I know, from what I've heard, Win are pretty good fighters. They've won a lot of islands or gotten a lot of good. I guess they're good at politics and all that, so they might be able to get a pretty good deal out of this. It's really going to depend. You got RBN. I don't know, man. I think that Win. Already looking at that, Win's looking solid. I've heard good stuff about them, and I haven't heard really much about these other two. You know, I don't know about 33, and I don't know about 34. So if this freaking loads, okay. So we're looking at 33 already looking bad. You know, you got 120 mil dude here. Uh, don't really see other whales in this alliance. You don't have any other alliances around Metro, meaning the problems I mentioned earlier. They can't really fully surround Metro. They kind of have a lot of open room over here, and this is just a no bueno. I don't know, man. They only have one whale in this alliance, too, it looks like. You know, only one big T6 guy, maybe. So that's already bad, and my game is bugging. Wait. Okay, sorry, guys. You saw my thing bugging out. I've actually seen EXEO. I saw them in my last island. Okay, so from what it looks like, 30 and 34 are going to be the main powers here. You also have alliances surrounding middle here. A lot of alliances, actually, who were allowed in mid. I think the big issue is, like, for example, KFK right here. KFK right here. They're not super strong. They don't have people even surrounding middle. You know, even if they're filler accounts, you probably want people actually porting in here to stop them from porting too close. It's the same with these other alliances. I feel like they're just filling in spots. I mean, you know, these guys are definitely filling in a little bit more, a little bit smaller. I think the big fighters here are EXEO, and it looks like AKN. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think that Region 30 is at a vast advantage. Region 34 is next up, but obviously lacking comparable, if you had to ask me, like at whale-wise and stuff. And I think, yeah, there's just not enough whales. And I think that Region 33 are just in a rough spot. But I don't know, guys. You guys let me know how you guys are feeling about Dark Seal. Tell me about your bracket. Tell me about anything, okay? Just drop it in the comments. And yeah, I do appreciate you guys if you even watch this far. And you guys have a good day or night, though. And I do appreciate you guys as always. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And that is it. Peace.